Real transformation, it's all about people. How to best manage an evolving workforce and build and manage teams that are ready for change. We're very pleased to have with us today Alain de Bruyne, Inclusion and Diversity Strategist at Diversito, to inspire us with the potential of diversity and inclusion and how it can be a real game changer in the insurance industry. Please welcome Alain de Bruyne.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Second day, afternoon, you must be quite tired at this moment. I didn't thought there would be so much people because I brought some presents for those who come. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And now you're so much, so I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we will salute this later. Let's start. Oh, what have I do this noon? This went much easier this morning, so I think we ate too much at the wonderful organization it is here. So first of all, who am I and why am I speaking at an insurance conference? So I'm working for over 20 years now as a D&I consultant, and my passion is really finding solution in the dynamic of a company. Every company has their own culture, and being inclusive is not always part of that. And how can we use the language of companies into words, making them more inclusive? Here under you see some of the clients I worked with, and let's see why we are addressing this today. As I know that probably you're kind of tired, it's the second day, as I said, of the conference, this will be also a little bit interactive. Don't worry, don't run, you don't have to do things you don't like, but at least you wouldn't have to sit down all the time on your seats, so you can move a little bit. We will visit what are we talking about, so that we really understand what diversity and inclusion is. There is a big misunderstanding often around these topics. And then let's visit what is the added value for the insurance business, but maybe more specific, why we're not naturally doing it. And then maybe also visit how can we make change if we have change makers here in the room. So what are we talking about? Let's first look to the definition of diversity. Diversity is just always there. Even if I remember last year I was also in this conference in Barcelona, and one of the first things that struck me when I came into the room where almost 1,000 people were standing together, I was surprised how very homogeneous the group looked. But still then, there is a lot of diversity, because it is the sum of our visible and invisible differences and similarities. So if we talk about diversity, it's not only about women. If we talk about diversity, it's not only about people of color or people with disability. It's part of that. There is a reason why companies focus very much on it, because there is an underrepresentation of those people. If we look at what inclusion is, you will immediately see that the definition is much more complicated. It starts with a verb. You have to have the willingness, so you have to want to, and then you have to have the capabilities and the skills to understand. So understand differences. Understand what it is to be a woman. Understand what it is to have a disability. Understand what it is to be an introvert. Understand what it is to be a creative person and working in insurance, or the other way around. And then accept and value and maximize on those differences. And last but not least, what is equity? It's not a word we use so much. It depends on your language that you use, but could be also seen as equality of chances. It's the efforts you do to give the same opportunities to everyone, because not everyone have those same opportunities. So diversity is always there, that's a fact, but when it comes to inclusion, that's a choice. That's not something that is going to fall out of heaven. This is a conscious focus we have to do. It's not something that is at our work, it's the way we work. And so maybe that is very important to really grasp that in your organization, it's not a matter of another thing on our list to do. No, it's the way we do it. Just by curiosity, who is sitting here in the room, who has a D&I policy in their company? Can you raise your hand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5.5. So I want to do just a quick check-in, quick exercise. And this is stand up and stand down, so we're going to a little bit move, so I'm sure that you don't fall asleep. Could you please stand up if you're left-handed? Who is left-handed? Look around you. Quite a minority. Good, thank you. Left-handed, I like to use as a difference. You know, if you think about it, left-handed like 400 or 500 years ago, you would just be killed because of that, because you would be seen as very dangerous. So today it's okay, you're not killed. There is even material that is adapted to you, so that's quite okay. Please stand up if you have blue eyes. Please stand up if you have blue eyes. And look around you to see the proportion. A few. Do you think, and you can go sit down. Do you think, and that's a question to everyone, do you think that there is a positive or a negative connotation towards people with blue eyes in general? Positive? I see nodding there. Not really. There is actually, and I'm going to spoil a little bit probably your Netflix evenings, and I'm really sorry for that. But hey, directors should be more creative. There is indeed a positive connotation with people with blue eyes. So much even that in movies, if you have to play a bad character, they will, and you have blue eyes as an actor, they will put you lenses on to have darker eye colors. So there is really already, so when you see someone with blue eyes, there is much more a likability, unconscious, that you will have than someone else. So now if you see a movie or a thriller, just look at the eyes, you know who the killer will be. Easy. So please stand up if you're a man. Look around. Thank you. Please stand up if you are a woman. The proportions are in this room almost the same, which I am sure in the huge center is not at all the case. Please stand up if you are white-skinned. If you have a white skin. Look at the room. Thank you. We are missing out a huge potential. If you look in this conference and you look at the presentation of men